Yeah, well, it's a Bledisloe Cup, and having been on the other side where you win it in the last minute, you understand the emotion of it, and the need for you to be able to be good when you're under the most intense pressure. And we just don't, at the moment, have the capacity to do that. But we're building a capacity to do it. I thought our first 40 minutes were very good. I thought, the New Zealand's first 30 in the second half was good, equally as good. And there's one upright in the game. But congratulations to New Zealand, but I think we're going in the right direction. I thought, for a young guy, Tate, captain side for the first time, did an incredible job. So there's a lot for us to be positive about. But we also realise that there's a lot of hard work for us to do.
And even on defence, not many teams keep the All Blacks for 3 points by half time. That must be a key part of the game.
Yeah, we've done it. Well, we've only really started defence training last week, because we've prioritised the way we want to attack. Whilst we haven't treated this tournament as a pre-season, we've had to build it. We're building a team for the World Cup, so we've sort of blocked pieces of work we've done, and it was good to see our defence a bit more aggressive, a bit more in their face today. Well, I don't think you ever have. In one game we've had them in my whole career. But all the time, it's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be a battle. They don't give up. And that's the great thing about New Zealand rugby. As much as I hate New Zealand rugby, I've got great admiration for the way they keep at it, they keep playing, they keep doing the things they're good at. They stay hard in the contest, they keep going. And for us, we don't want to forget that feeling today. That's a really important feeling we had today. Because, we've got a devastated group of men in there. But it's also, if we learn from it, it's going to be the most potent lesson. It's going to be more than a PhD from the University of Otago.
Do you learn more from that first half? Do you think, would you take more out of that first half when you sort of assess this going forward, or do you focus more on the way the All Blacks came back?
Well, I think, there's the good parts, and then there's the bad parts, and then there's the ugly parts. And in the second half, our scrum got ugly, didn't it? But, we're down to our 4th, 5th choice tight end. He's a young guy learning his trade. So, again, we've got to balance that out in the context, but we still lost the game, mate.
He came under a bit of criticism after last week's loss. He stepped up a bit.
He's a good young player, and he'll only get better and better. The more time he has in the saddle, the better he'll be. He's still learning about the game, mate. And the difference, particularly now, I think, having been away for a period of time, watching Super Rugby and Test match rugby, the gap's got huge, mate. Super Rugby's now doesn't have that intenseness, that pressure of being able to do things over and over again it used to have. So our players have to learn, and particularly when they've been playing for a club that's been down the bottom of the competition. There's a bit to learn.
How much of a jolt of self-confidence because this performance today will give your group heading into the World Cup?
I think it's just encouraging them to keep working hard, mate. They've been working hard. We've been basically doing pre-season training in lead-ups to the Test match to get ourselves right for the World Cup, and the players know that they've got to keep working hard. But to have a performance like that where we put ourselves in a position to dominate New Zealand but not finish it off will certainly help their confidence. We've got Parecki's got a bit of a shoulder. Not sure how bad that is. Karevi punched someone, so he's got a bit of a fist problem. No, he didn't punch anyone. I'm sure the TMO will pick it up if he did. He's just got his hand. Yeah, not sure how bad it is, mate.
And what about Jordan pre-match?
He's got an old ACL injury. He's got a little bit in there that sometimes comes out. He talks to his knee, tells her to get back in, and sometimes it doesn't get back in.
And Boots and Tupou, are they going to Darwin?
We just have to wait and see, mate. Yeah.
How concerned should Australian fans be about this?
Well, just wait and see, mate. Just sit in your chair and wait.
Tate, how much did you feel the performance of the group lifted from last week to this week?
Yeah, hugely. I mean, we had a good 30 minutes last week, but not to the extent we played that 40 minutes this week. So the way we, were quick into position and our urgency, particularly around the breakdown when we're playing direct like that, I was really proud of that. It was a focus for us. We wanted to be aggressive in those areas, and we really took it to them. So, like Eddie's saying, it's obviously disappointing we didn't do that in the second half, but at least we fought as opposed to last week.
And you must have thought you had that try, right? But until Saki had that play in
Yeah. We'll get it next time, mate.
How good was Tom Hooper, particularly running around the team out there?
Yeah, I think what we're seeing is guys like Tom Hooper, Fraser McWright, that those boys are coming out of their shells. Particularly Hoops. This is, he was his third, fourth game, and he was everywhere tonight. He's an absolute brick in defence, and he's finding his feet in the attack side as well. So not only Hoops, but I thought the back row was outstanding.
What did you make of Tom Hooper?
Yeah, no, combative, mate. He's a young guy at the start of his career. He's got the capacity to play 7. He's probably about a 6, but certainly in the right conditions he can play 7. And consider he played that one test against South Africa. He only lasted 20 minutes, I think. Miss Argentina's come back and played the 2 tests against New Zealand. And he's still only got half a body, mate. We're still trying to find the other half of his body. So when he gets a full body, he's going to be some sort of a monster. So we're looking for it. If you find a half a body roaming around somewhere, bring it back into our dressing room.
Eddie, when you assess whether, after the first game of the Rugby Championship in South Africa to now, I know you haven't got the win, but are you relatively happy with the progress that you've seen over the course of those 4 test matches?
Look, I couldn't say I'm happy, mate. Like, 4 losses are 4 losses. But are we making progress? Sometimes the result sheet doesn't reflect what you're actually doing, and that's hard for people to understand. But I think we're definitely moving in the right direction. But we've got to win games, mate. And we've got one more game against France, which is obviously a warm-up game, and then we've got 4 games we need to win. And then you need to win your 5th, and you're in your 5th, you're in the flick of the coin at Stade de France at 9 o'clock at night. But I think the big difference between the 2 teams tonight, and has been, is that New Zealand's work off the ball is better than ours, and that's an area we need to improve. Our work on the ball was pretty good tonight, as it was last week. So we can improve our work off the ball, which is one of the easiest things to improve, but we need to develop better habits in that area. And we're starting to get those. We're going to be a hell of a team.
Eddie, what have the All Blacks shown you over the last 2 tests?
That they're well advanced in their preparation, mate. They've obviously got good depth. I walk out there, Baden Barrett and Geordie Barrett and Scott Barrett and Papali and Ionia are running laps apart from Baden. So they got, we know they've got great depth, and I think, they've got a really good understanding of how they want to play. They're playing, I think, more of a traditional All Black style, which I think they went away from for a while. They've gone back to that really hard up front, then a counter punching type game. So I think they're in a good spot, mate. Fozzie's obviously doing a good job, but he's I saw him at Centrelink the other day. I was having a look myself because I thought, we lose 4 games, I might do the job. So I saw him there putting his application in.
Eddie, there was a quote during the week saying, don't blame yourself for the recent losses for Australia, blame the structure. Is there a discussion to be had in Australian rugby about bringing in the director of rugby to help this thing?
I never said that.
No, I didn't say you
Yeah.
did. I said there was just a quote,
Right.
I can't remember who made it.
Yeah.
But is there a discussion to be had about bringing in the director of rugby to uplift the skill level of players, to bring them up to that test level?
Well, I think when you've had a long period of time where we've been unsuccessful, you change the coaches, you change the players, there's something more intrinsically wrong, and that's for the Rugby Australia to have a look at, not for me. I'm not an administrator. When I get to 75, I will be. So watch out.
I was just thinking with David Nissapora's contract coming up to the Iron Field at the end of next year, there's an opportunity to
Possibly, yeah.
Look at bringing him on.
Possibly, yeah.
So that's your message to all the Swans back home ahead of the Cup again. Oh, well, doesn't look too great on paper, but at the same time, budget is good, but good thing for everyone. Just takes a long way.
Yeah, I think for us, like, we've got to be realistic with where we are. And you look in that dressing sheds, the boys are gutted. Because like Eddie's saying, we're working bloody hard. And we're not seeing much for it at the moment. But what we are seeing are small areas of our game growing. And growing quickly too. So I guess from a fan's point of view, they can see just that the rate of our attacks progressed from that South African Test match to now. And what they'll see come World Cup time is our defence increase like that as well. So it's slow at the moment, and it's obviously not ideal from a fan's point of view, but the players are here to make a difference, and you saw that tonight.
Eddie, can you win a World Cup if you get things right?
100%. 100%. In fact, I think we will, mate.
Put some money on it?
Well, if I could bet, I would. But I think you get into trouble if you bet.
I just wanted to ask about Bledisloe, maybe debut, very late call up, playing his game. How talk us through, telling him when it actually happened.
Well, we only made the change late. We were hoping Geordie was a bit sore yesterday, but he's been that before and he recovers. But he didn't recover, so Fezler was having a nice non-25 breakfast. Had a bit of bacon in his mouth when he found out. Then we were still hopeful Geordie might get through, but it was a late call up, and he's our. When you look at it at the end of the game, he's our third string hooker, and he's really come on. First cap, Zane Nongol out there, who's our possibly fourth or fifth choice tight head playing his second game. So they're great learning experiences for those young guys. As painful as it is.
Also, just wanted to ask, there's no boomerang today, which has been a feature of the haka for Australia over the last few years. Is there any reason behind that?
It's the player's choice, mate. I never tell the players what to do. We want to be respectful, and the players make a choice of how they deal with it.
Yeah, I think last week was the first time we've ever presented a boomerang. If you're talking about the shape of the boomerang when we stand, we just wanted to be a united front today. So that's what you saw.
That performance today and Pierce's performance, not just today, but presumably through the week. Is there a chance of going on to the captaincy now? Because obviously not that this week.
Yeah, no, it's a good question. Very good question. Look, we've got to pick the squad first, and then we'll decide on captaincy. But certainly, Tate's one of the candidates, strong candidate.
That first half hour you talked about when you came back to Australia about playing in proper teams, not giving them time to reset. Is that the blueprint?
Yeah.
We should be blueprint there. What do you
Yeah.
want?
That's how we want to play. And you look at our team; we're a running team. We've got big men with ability to change direction in small space. And we want to use that. Running. We need to play a strong running game, and then we've got obviously two, good halfbacks and good tens that are able to shift the ball away from that when we need to.
And just one last one for me. Andy Callaway at fullback. That position's been a bit of a trouble one for the Wallabies. Eagles, outstanding.
Yeah, he's had two really good games, mate. Consider he hasn't played for 12 weeks. That's a pretty fair performance. And I think, as we mentioned last week, was the highest running game I've certainly seen for, 30 years. So for him to back up from fullback in that game and produce a really, solid, good performance tonight's a real feather in his cap, mate.